Greetings, you mammoth spiders. Hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Today we are looking at a pack of Dominaria that's been slightly ripped open. I don't know if this happened in transit or what. None of the cards have been removed, but it's missing the corner of the package. Anyway, this was given to us by Ghostwaz at PAX East 2019, which feels so close and yet so far. Well, some of the work's already been done for me, so. First up, Hominid Explorer. Crab people. 3 and a blue for a 3/3 Hominid Scout. When Hominid Explorer enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. When we knew that we were going back to Dominaria in the set Dominaria, set on the plane of Dominaria, I don't know if anyone figured that they would give us more Hominids, but I think we hoped. And we get 1 or 2. We get not that many. But yeah, they're just big crabs. They're not even particularly anthropomorphized. Like, they're just crabs that can use tools. And, I don't know, presumably talk? I guess? I don't know. I like the crabs. G2 Lava Runner is next. Single red mana for a 1/2 human wizard. As long as there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard, G2 Lava Runner gets +1/+0 and haste. So it can be a 2/2 with haste for 1 if you've already got stuff in your bin. Fun in draft in the Wizards deck. I think we talked about the Wizards deck last time I opened a pack of Dominaria. Sarah Disciple. 1 and a white for a 1/1 bird cleric with flying and first strike, and whenever you cast a historic spell, Sarah Disciple gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Reminder, artifacts, legendaries, and sagas are historic. Also perfectly reasonable in draft. This was a fun draft. Cabal Paladin. 3 and a black for a 4/2 human knight. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Cabal Paladin deals 2 damage to each opponent. You ever had multiple Cabal Paladins under your control? And you're just like, I play this artifact creature. Also, take 4. It's fun. Adventurous Impulse is next. Single green mana for a sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I don't know. I think you were supposed to play this just because I saw people play this, but I don't love running effects like this in draft, certainly, but I don't know. It does the job. This got put in the Mystical Archive of all things, didn't it? There was this and Abundant Harvest, or was it just Abundant Harvest? I'm just making things up. Demonic Vigor. Single black mana for a creature enchantment. The enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and when enchanted creature dies, return that card to its owner's hand. It's a good effect for 1 mana. It's just not, like, worth having this be one of the 23 cards in your deck. Also, this is interesting. We've got a card casting for a single red, for a single green, for a single black. Can we get a single white and a single blue? Probably not, and if we did, they'd probably not be great, but let's continue with the pack anyway. Power Stone Shard, 3 mana for an artifact. Tap to add colorless for each artifact you control named Power Stone Shard. Now this I never tried to make work in draft. I think I saw someone do it once where they got to tap their Power Stone Shards for 2, and it was like, oh, cool. And you know, they like played a 6-drop on turn 5 or something. Like, it was not as spectacular as maybe you would have hoped, but here we are. Darn, another single red mana spell. It's Sheevan Fire. Single red mana. Instant. It deals 2 damage to target creature. It has a kicker of 4 generic mana, and if it was kicked, it deals 4 damage to that creature instead. So 2 damage for 1 mana, or 5 damage, 4 damage for 5 mana. The graph of that would look bad, but this card's the best card we've opened so far. Call the Cavalry. Call the Cavalry what? What do you want me to call them? 3 and a white for a sorcery. Create 2/2. Sorry. You say the word 2 multiple times in a row. Create 2 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance. Yeah. Sure. Llanowar Elves. We have another single green pip. Single green mana for a 1/1 elf druid. Tap, add 1. I think this is the set they changed that templating, so it actually just says add green instead of add green to your mana pool. I don't know. I never saw it, but I always like read like a story that a friend of a cousin of a brother of a roommate or something, they were playing with a guy one time that he read tap add green to your mana pool, so they tapped their Llanowar Elves and then tutored a forest into play, and it's like, I guess, does this make that more clear? I don't think so. I don't think that's the problem they were trying to solve. I think they were just trying to save on letters, I guess. Trying to streamline everything. I don't think they have the period now. Because this Llanowar Elves, it says tap, add the green mana symbol, and a period. And it looks odd. And I don't think they do that with the punctuation anymore. Because it looks odd. Anyway. Into the uncommons. Wizard's Lightning. 2 and a red for an instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a wizard, and it deals 3 damage to any target. So, yes, if you control a wizard, it's just Lightning Bolt. Awesome. Love to see it. Ooh, the Yogurnoth. 4 mana for a 5/3 artifact creature Juggernaut. It attacks each combat if able, and it can't be blocked by walls. I'm glad that this is in here, because this was in Alpha? This was in, right? Juggernaut was in Alpha. James is checking. Yeah. You know, back when everything was Dominaria. So, cool. Nice to see that one back. And our rare, oh my gosh, it's 4 bears. It's the 4 bears blade. 3 mana, artifact, equipment. The equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has vigilance and trample. And whenever equipped creature dies, attach 4 bears blade to target creature you control. It equips for 3. Also, holy crap, it's 4 bears. And then another uncommon. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Because we got Wizard's Lightning and Juggernaut, which are uncommons, and then our rare, and then another uncommon. Was there like a legend in every pack? Is that oh, okay. There was a legend in every pack, and in this case it's an uncommon, so that's why it's out of order. I forgot, but that's retroactively going back to older sets, remembering the booster fun mechanic for a given set is always the most challenging part. Anyway, I am glad I got to make that joke on game nights about the 4 bears blade. Our other uncommon is Urgoros, the Empty One. 4 black for a 4/3 Spectre. With flying, whenever Urgoros the Empty One deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card at random. If that player can't, you draw a card. Tough to sort of really make work on 6, but if you could get Urgoros down and fighting, some pretty cool stuff. Our basic land is a swamp, and our token is a 6/6 demon with flying and trample, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice another creature, and if you can't, this creature deals 6 damage to you, which I believe was from the saga Rites of Belzenlock. And on the back, it says, join the excitement, and it's a picture of people at PAX, I want to say, looking really... I assume they're waving to get a t-shirt thrown at them or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Anyway, the whole pack is worth $1.57, so like not astonishing, but that's common of standard sets of this era, of many standard sets, as I've discovered over the course of doing this show. Generally, not worth it. Save them to draft. Do as I say, not as I do. For draft, I would take, I take the 4 bears blade. It's colorless, it goes in any deck, and it's just very, very powerful. And then following that, other good ones. Sheevan Fire and Wizard's Lightning. The Elves. Urgoros is cool. But yeah, we'll definitely take 4 bears. Can't say no to that, mostly because they'd be offended. And there's 4 of them, so there's more of them than you. But then there's more of you than me, and thanks all of you for watching. So, That's nice. If you want to send us a pack, you can do so to the address on your screen. If you want to support us directly, the way that we do everything that we do is at our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Yeah, just appreciate you hanging out and being a part of this. I've been Graham. James is running the computer. Matt edits these. Heather gets them online. Thanks. Talk to you next time.